everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm out on a sunny Sunday, heading out for a tempo run, sort of slightly made up tempo run with my friend Kathy. On the plan today was 16 kilometers with the middle 10 at tempo pace, but I'm not doing that because A, I wanted to be more conversational with Kathy, and that's not a very social thing to do, and B, I have been training pretty hard this week, did a 10 miler yesterday, and so I'm gonna head out for a bit longer but do a little bit less tempo in the middle and do a nice easy warm up and cool down. So I'm just heading to where I'm going to meet Kathy now, and then I will let her introduce herself, even though I know a lot of you guys have already met her. I am currently listening to the most amazing podcast audiobook, which I will tell you about in a second. So the audiobook that I've been listening to recently, and I have powered my way through it because it's so interesting, is called Good for a Girl by Lauren Fleshman, and I cannot tell you how inspiring and important I think this book is. So it came out, I think, at the beginning of this year, and basically it's about how the international track and cross country scene and, you know, loads of other sports are set up for men, and how when women originally demanded equality, everything was set up so that women are essentially treated as small men, which doesn't work because our bodies are different, you know, and when you try and make a young teenage girl train in the same way that you would make a teenage boy train, you end up with all sorts of long-lasting issues like low bone density, osteoporosis, eating disorders, exercise addiction, all that kind of stuff. And it's sort of about her career trajectory from being a child all the way through to, well, so far, you know, various sponsorships and talking about pregnancy policies in sports. And I gotta say, Nike does not come across well in this, and I'm not entirely surprised, to be honest. They've definitely got it wrong quite a few times in the past. But it's so interesting. It's a really good insight, and I'm so pleased that she wrote this book. I genuinely think every athlete, every runner, men or women, and also every coach should listen to this audiobook because it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating, and so important. I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll change a few things. Hi! How are you? I'm sure. I'm here with Kathy. Say hi. Hello. We are just going along the Avon path at the moment. I know a lot of you guys have met Kathy because my last video with her went weirdly viral. So fun. It was down exactly the same route, so yeah. Manifesting that again. But for those of you who haven't met Kathy, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, of course. So I do a lot of duathlons. I'm a current British champion.
Woo!
And in the last World Championships, so my age group came second.
Yeah!
So unlike Flora, I don't do lots of ultras and long distance running. I'm more short distance, and then also mix it in with a bit of cycling.
Nice!
Yeah.
And you took up triathlon last year, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So I got injured whilst running, so my coach advised me to go swimming, just to keep my fitness up. And then I thought, well, as I'm swimming, may as well start triathlons and see how I get on. I did my first half Ironman in like May or June last year and loved it.
Yeah, and how did it go for you?
I think I came third.
Oh my god, classic you to come third in your first ever triathlon. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well done. And what are you training for at the moment?
So the next World Championships, which are in April, end of April, They're in Ibiza.
Ooh.
Very exciting. But I did have, over January, I had a chest infection and I got COVID. So at the moment I'm kind of just still building up into like my full training plan, but I'm getting there,
Well done, what a beautiful day to be out as well.
I know, I'm in shorts.
She's in shorts, first shorts of the year.
I'm so excited.
And the most epic shoes as well. I've not seen those on before.
Yeah, you can't miss them.
They're going to be brown, I think, by the end of this run. So I thought I'd go through what Kathy and I are wearing, because I keep getting asked about my kit and I haven't done an updated vlog recently with all my faves, mainly because it's all the same stuff that I did on the vlog 2 years ago and the vlog 2 years before that. It's all really old, except for what I'm wearing today. So starting with the sunglasses, these are the Sun God Ultras. I think I wear them in most of my vlogs, so you guys will have seen them before. They're meant specifically for running so they don't bounce. These are the photochromic ones, so if it's a dark day, they are clear, protect my eyes from flies, my own flicking hair, which often goes at my eyes, and also rain, all that kind of stuff, mud, blah, blah, blah. The top I'm wearing is Soar Running, as are the leggings. Look, there you go, Soar Running. It's super nice. I mean, I think I've spoken about their stuff before. I do get a couple of angry messages each time because, you know, it's not cheap, but I stand by what I said before about the quality being amazing, and I really hope that these will last as long, if not longer, as all my other kit that I've had for the last 5-6 years. And then shoes, socks are UIN, which I think is a European brand. They've got decent sustainability credentials. And then the shoes, I'm wearing my Hoke Carbon X3, which are super nice. I usually reserve them for like track sessions, but today I thought it's pretty solid underfoot, although it's been a lot muddier than expected. But they're decent. I really like them. They're very fast shoes. I don't wear them every day, and they're super nice. Kathy, wah! What the f***? Oh my god.
What was that?
It was a squirrel. I just got attacked by a squirrel. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna get my cool back. Give me 1 second. All right, Kathy, what are you wearing today?
Well, I've gone for shorts today because it is actually a beautiful morning. So these are by 2XU, and I absolutely love them because they're sort of a tight-fitting pair. So for long runs, you don't get the like chafing and stuff around legs. Are super handy. Same with the t-shirt, 2XU, and then this gilet, I absolutely love it. Like, I tested it. I think it's My Protein, and I did some testing for them a couple of years ago. I'd never worn a running gilet before, and now I think I wear it all the time.
You do. I see you wearing that all the time.
I know, it's just so good for like an extra layer. And then the shoes are a super random brand. They're called One Mix, I think. I think I've got that right. But I've really struggled with trainers recently because of my plantar fasciitis, and I've gone through so many different brands of running shoes, and every single one, like carbon plates, trigger and PF, and then squishy shoes that give you enough support. Like, I just really struggled to find a brand that kind of gives me that good, it's like supportive, but anyway, so these just seem to be doing the job for me. And then the socks.
The socks are so bright. Ah, sorry. Oh my god.
The socks are GCN.
Oh, no way. Which is where you work. Can you explain what GCN is?
So GCN stands for Global Cycling Network, and they are the largest cycling YouTube channel. So we've got branches all over the world, and I work on the documentary side of the business. So we have an app called GCN Plus where you can watch. God, it's like an advert.
No, I love it. I think there are lots of cyclists who follow as well.
Yeah. So they have an app called GCN Plus, and you can watch any racing all over the world, advert free on the app. But then there's a little USP Is that the right word? UPS? No.
Unique
USP.
selling point?
Yes,
Yeah.
USP. Not the delivery company. They did documentaries as well. So I work on the docs team, we make lots of films, and this is the GCN club socks. And they just happen to totally match the shoes.
I love them.
And I love to colour coordinate, so.
And can anyone else buy them, or is it just a Kathy special?
Oh, no, you can buy them, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Although these, I think, you get a different pair every month, and they're all super colourful. So whether you can still get these exact ones, I'm not sure. But you can join GCN Club and get the socks.
Love them. So my colourful socks are usually my sore running ones. They're like a bright salmon pink. And I love colourful socks. They're like dopamine dressing. Absolutely love them.
Oh, and I forgot my sunglasses.
Oh yeah, sunglasses. Sun God.
Sun God as well.
Do you know which types?
I think they're the Sierras.
Yeah, that
I
makes
think,
sense. They
yeah.
look like that.
They are more of like a fashion-y type, but
No, they're good.
I love them for
Beautiful.
running, so.
Thank you very much. So last time I was running along this was in the opposite direction, coming from Avonmouth. Desperately trying to get back before sundown, and it was so stressful. Didn't see a single person on the path though, and on a nice sunny Sunday morning it's been non-stop hikers, cyclists, runners, and it's so nice to see other people out enjoying the fresh air even in winter. There are loads of runners. I imagine a lot of them are spring marathon training, because this is one of the only flat routes in in Bristol. Case in point, there you go. Yeah, it's just really nice to see. I know that a lot of people get, what's the word, possessive, protective over their trails, but to be honest, so long as people aren't dropping litter everywhere, I feel really happy to be seeing loads of people out. I just love it. I brought along for the first time ever the Veloforte Citro. Oh, by the way, we've stopped.
They're good.
Are they good?
Really
Are they?
Yeah.
I see everyone having these.
The other day.
Really? Okay, so this is the first time I've ever tried them.
Super easy to digest.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't usually try out nutrition for the first time on a run, but I figured it's not too long today and I can just run back home if I need to pee my pants. So I think these not too long. It's not too. It's shorter than last week, which was 30k. So yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, we're going to turn back now, and I'm going to have some of this. It's a little bit late. We're an hour in, 10.7k. So it's a little bit later than I would usually like to have this, but we'll give it a go, see how it goes. This is another reason why I like things that don't have any packaging, because I can't feel my hands because it's cold. Well, it's not actually cold, it's really warm, but it's winter, so I don't have use of my hands. Anyway, I have managed to open it now, but now I've got to do something with this, so bring me back Nuru. Okay. Right, in the drop. Okay, so they're little cubes. They look really good. They look like Turkish delight. Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. What is it? 2 every 20 minutes. Wow. I'm gonna get through the rest of these on the way back, even though I don't need it because they're really yummy.
yeah, they're like small bite-sized bits, aren't they?
So good. Kathy and I were just discussing the merits and otherwise of marathon training. What were you just saying about like the stress on your body and mind of marathon training and training in general? Like,
It just takes a lot of mental resilience. Like you get to the end of a week and it might have been a really good training week where you've hit every single session, you got green ticks all across your training plan, but then you feel exhausted and you're like, okay, that was tough, but I got through it, and then you think, oh, I've got to do it all over again next week and the week after and the week after until the race. And it's just, it really does, when you've got other things on your mind, you've got work stresses and lots of other stuff as well. Yeah, the resilience you've got to have up here is just, it's a lot.
well, it is a lot, and that's why I always say about like training in general, it is so much psychological rather than just physical, because I strongly believe that most people are physically capable of getting through a marathon or an ultra if you do it slowly, but like the mental resilience that you have to do to get through training. And I always say training is way harder than racing, because when you race, you know, it's the end goal. You know, you don't have to get up the next day and do it all over again.
Full of adrenaline.
You're full of adrenaline. You've had a rest week. You are in a beautiful place. And it's just like, it's the culmination of all those months of training. Whereas when you do the training, you know, you go out for 30k and then you have to come back, clean your house, do whatever. If you've got kids, like, good on you. I don't know how you do it. And then you have to go out the next day and no one gives you a pat on the back. No one says you're doing a great job.
You don't get a medal.
You don't get a medal for it. Yeah, and you just have to self-motivate the whole way through that. And this isn't a complaint, by the way. This is more like a congrats to anyone doing this at the moment. You know, you're hardcore. Don't forget that you're hardcore. You're right.
I was saying you're hardcore, I'm out of
Help! Kathy's hardcore.
That's why it helps having friends to run with.
Exactly.
Because it makes sessions like these so much easier.
Yeah. And you were out yesterday for a bike ride as well, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
So
I was on my own for that one.
Yeah, so getting out today, it really helps to have a friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly the same with me as well. Legs are tired this morning, but I knew I was meeting Kathy, so couldn't very well leave her hanging. So here we are, having a good time in the sunshine as well. Like, woo, woo. We've stopped for photos. Yeah, that's perfect. Obviously, got to get pics.
Relieved that we're nearly back.
Yeah,
I had a little niggle in my knee and ankle on my right leg, but
I better not have injured you. I will be very upset if I've injured you.
But for everyone watching, I said to Flora, max 14k, I'll do 12 to 14k. I'm now over 18k.
Sorry.
How I'm still going, I do not know.
We just forgot to turn around. We just did what we did last time, which was quite a long run, that one.
Yeah. But no, it's good. It's been really nice in the sunshine. I'm sure I'll feel better for it later.
Yeah, and you're going to do an ice bath.
I am.
Like a crazy woman. Very impressive. Honestly, I think that's harder than the run itself.
Possibly.
Possibly. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Woo. Thanks for joining. Did you have fun?
I did.
Very good. What have we done? 20k. What's yours? 18?
18 and a half. Maybe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
well
good for me.
done.
That's
Well
long.
done. Go and have a good rest and a good eat.
Yes, definitely. Go and eat my weight in food.
Perfect. Good luck with the training as well.
Thank you so much. You too.
Half marathon done in 1 hour 54, which not bad, but like I don't know how I ever got 1 hour 42 and how I'm expecting to go faster than that. I think my speed work has just disappeared recently because I've been doing mostly easy runs, just while my heart's feeling a bit funky. And so I was saying to Kathy, and she feels the same way because she's been off training for illness as well, when I feel like I'm cruising along, I'm like, oh yeah, this must be at least like 4:30 pace or 4:20 pace, and I look at my watch and it's like 5 minutes per kilometer, and I'm like, it definitely feels faster than that. But alas, if you don't practice speed, it's really hard to get faster. But in terms of distance, I feel like I'm pretty fit for going like 20-30k every weekend and doing 20k on top of, well, actually ended up being about 13 yesterday. Yeah, it isn't bad, especially as it's pretty hilly yesterday. So yeah, I guess the training is working, even though it's a sort of reduced training schedule, or at least reduced in intensity. And so that builds a bit of confidence for me, especially as next weekend I'm doing my first ultra of the year, which is technically called a marathon. It's 48 kilometers along Lulworth, so it'll be very hilly and very tough. Last little bit. Whew. Dropped off the pace a little bit, just cruising it in back home, or at least as cruisy as 20 whatever kilometers can feel. Definitely a bit tired. Probably should have had more of my food. Completely forgot to eat because I was too busy chatting. I had 2 of those Veloforte things and stomach feels good and they tasted really good. So yeah, I think I'll add those to my arsenal of foods for the last few kilometers, or any time that I need a bit of extra power and just like immediate sugar. Yeah, so recommend. I just wish they'd do them in biodegradable packaging. It'd be so much better. Just because I hate having to like undo the packaging and then go and put it somewhere and then fear dropping it on the trail or on the road or whatever. That's definitely the way the industry needs to go. So if you know of any brands that are doing that, hit me up, because I want to test them out. Hell yeah, we finally get productive on my watch after whatever. Last week it telling me I was maintaining after 30 kilometers, which was very rude. I do not appreciate that. 21.64 in 2 hours. We did stop. I stopped at the end to say bye to Kathy and stuff. So yeah, we stopped a bit, but decent. I quite enjoyed that. 72 hours of recovery, as per usual for my long run. I will not be able to take that, sorry, watch. But I might have a rest day tomorrow. Fingers crossed for a rest day. There you go. I will take that. I'm happy to have productive on my watch for the first time in a very long time. Just got home to a very silly dog who... No, go away, I'm trying to film you. No, go away. Aww, she's still happy, but look, she tried to jump over our 6-foot fence this morning, and in doing so snapped her dew claw. And since it's a Sunday, we can't take her to the vet, except for emergency vets, but she's not in that much pain. So I've just bandaged it up and she has to go in the cone of shame, which, to be fair, she loves. You put it out and she will just stick her face into it because she knows that if she does, she gets treats. But poor little thing is in... Actually, I don't think she's in pain. I think she's actually okay. But this morning I was like, it was right before I was supposed to go on my run as well. And I was like, oh God, the dog's broken her paw. I'm gonna have to go to the emergency vets. I'm gonna have to miss my run. It's just like, ugh. But thankfully she seems okay. She's in good spirits, aren't you, baby? You silly dog. You are so silly. Why would you do that? Huh? Why would you do that? Oh, Tia. There you go, 21.6k done. 5:23 per kilometre. I'm not sure that includes my stops because I'm pretty sure we did 2 hours. 1 hour 56 of running. Which takes me... God, what is with this Einstein thing? It's not a very good look. That takes me to 62k for the week, I think, which is not bad considering, yeah, 63. 62.8, and as per usual, Strava tells me that counts as 62 rather than 63. Obviously doesn't know how to round up. But yeah, that takes me to 62 kilometers for the week, which is not bad. Oh, I can see Fian in the background. Hey, Fee. Not bad considering everything. And most of that has been relatively easy running, and it shows how much of a difference it makes doing easy running versus sessions, because although you can get in the same mileage, doing 62k plus sessions, or including sessions, is way harder than 62k of easy running, for obvious reasons, but it shows that mileage is not everything. So let's have a look at next week to see how cruel my plan is. Next week is a mini taper week because obviously I've got my ultra at the weekend down in Lulworth, and I've decided that I'm going to do the 48k rather than the half marathon. I was pretty undecided, but considering I've done several long runs since feeling not so great, and I've felt okay on those runs, I figured it's fine. And also in terms of confidence, it'll be, if I can complete it and feel decent, it'll be a good confidence boost for the 100k, because otherwise I won't have time to fit in any seriously long runs before the 100k, and then I'll be rocking up having done like the longest run as 30k, which I think is possible, but in terms of a confidence boost, it'll be good to do slightly longer stuff. So next week, we have week 11, 6 weeks until your ultramarathon. I get a rest day tomorrow, that is good news. Then intervals on Tuesday, then easy run on Wednesday, just 5k, then tempo session on Thursday, and then long run on Saturday. And it says 50k, which I will be doing 48 of. So that's pretty close. There you go. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. 78k total distance. I do not think I will do that whole thing because I would like to be able to run properly the next week, and I don't want to overdo it on any particular week. But we'll see. I think as per every single week, I will make it up as I go along and hope for the best. I think that's the best way to do training. But yeah, so far, so good. That's 10 weeks of training done, and I'm starting to feel like I'm getting fitter again rather than less fit, which is what was happening from like the 1st of January. I felt like every single session I was doing, I was getting less and less fit and less able to push, and I had no spring in my step and like all that kind of stuff. Something was up for sure. But I feel like these last couple of weeks have been decent, and I've done 2 60-something kilometer weeks back to back, and I feel still alive. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the afternoon gardening. It is such a beautiful day outside. There you go. Really sunny, just gonna make the most of it for sure. So that is it for this week's vlog. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I will be back next week with my race vlog, and fingers crossed, wish me luck, that will go well. And I'll be practicing all my nutrition for the 100k race itself in that race, and hopefully all will be good. But yeah, it's basically just a big excuse to go out on a nice long day outdoors, eating loads and loads and loads of food. That is it for this week's vlog. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!